Sun's out, guns out, boobs out, snake out. It's a hard ticket to Hawaii on Stinker Madness.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness. I'm your host, Justin. I'm with Sam and Jackie. How are you guys?
Hard ticket to Hawaii.
I don't think that's how it goes.
No, it's not.
Hard ticket to Hawaii.
There's two songs in this movie. One's called Hard Ticket to Hawaii. The other one's just called Hard Ticket.
And neither songs are very hard.
No.
But they're awesome.
They're a little yacht rocky. They're fun.
And I love yacht rock, so I'm in.
1987's Yacht Rockins. So, Andy Sidaris film, produced by Arlene. It's the first time we get to pair up with Donna and Taryn. Agents of agency.
Agents of Agency.
The agency.
The Agency.
As they take on drug dealers in Hawaii.
Inadvertently.
Diamond smugglers. Yeah, they trip over this one. Falls into their lap by a helicopter, a remote-controlled helicopter. It's fun, this movie.
It's fun a lot. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's definitely a different direction from Malibu Express. It's a little more goofy, in what it's doing. There's a lot more one-liners, that are cheesy. These sex scenes are a lot less sexy. They're a little goofy themselves. There's jokes about the sex scenes.
It's a lot more, well, there's a lot of jokes in Malibu.
There is, but they're subtle jokes.
Yeah.
These are very overt and, hey. I mean, the whole thing with Andy, the TV director, there's lots of just scenes just for a joke that somebody thought of, whether it was Andy or Arlene or whoever. Hey, let's just put this scene in here because I've got a joke that I want to tell.
No, the pair of coffees, good joke.
Yeah.
I laughed pretty hard at that. Having seen it 5 times, I still laugh at that joke.
Yeah, it's number 2 in the Girls, Gun, and G-Strings collection that you can buy from AndySedaris.com. It was also for sale on Amazon.com. I think the price is right at about $10 for 12 movies.
I mean, is it like $8.99 on Amazon?
Maybe it's $8.99. It's somewhere right in there.
It's worth buying at any price that it's been sold for.
It's a really good deal for any type of collection of films. 12 movies for $8 to $10. That's a good deal. You can't buy. I can't think of another collection that you could buy that's not public domain movies for that price.
That are all good.
Good.
It's the only one that you get more than like 3 or 4 where it's all good. Every other 10-pack I've ever gotten into was like, there was a keeper in there.
Yeah.
Not all of them are good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hell of a deal. I would highly recommend picking this up if you haven't already. But either way, I'm assuming most people have. I think Hard Ticket, from what I understand on the interwebs, is the most popular of the Andy Sidaris films.
I believe Picasso Trigger is the most popular.
That's your favorite, but I have
No, it's not. My favorite's Malibu.
Well, the other ones. But I have never heard anybody rave about Picasso Trigger. It's always Hard Ticket. It's always Hard Ticket.
Maybe now. Years ago, Picasso Trigger was the most widely seen and most well-known of all of them.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think
they even showed it on A&E.
Things
or not A&E.
AMC.
Yes, American Movie Classics, when they still show. That's my first experience with Andy Sedaris was when I was 16. Picasso Trigger aired on AM. They put it on AMC. They didn't cut it out. Any of the stuff.
That's crazy.
Good.
That's a lot of knockers to be having
on. A
lot
of boners for a 16-year-old boy to have in one night.
Whoops! I tripped over this film, and thank God.
It's like, as a 16-year-old, you're like, this is the one I've been waiting for.
Outside of Playboy, it's about as close as you can get to that sort of stuff. Jackie, this is your second tour of Hard Ticket to Hawaii. How did it treat you?
I like Malibu Express better.
Yeah.
But what really sets this movie apart, though, for me, and what I just absolutely love about it, is the snake. I love all the snake shots.
I love how hard he works the snake. Like,
yeah.
He is just, like, at every turn of the corner, just like, remember.
Don't forget there's a snake in this
There's
movie.
A snake. And then even like with the guy tripping and opening the sewer, it's okay. I'm fine. Like, oh yeah, remember,
Foreshadowing.
there's a snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, the snake did this movie for me. I thought the snake was so super awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, none of the male guys in this movie were like, ooh la la, good looking.
Rowdy's not the biggest of douche.
No, I mean,
He's
it's not
no
even,
Cody. He's no Cody.
He's no Cody Abilene.
But
But, you know, they were okay
He's
looking
likable.
guys.
He's likable. Jade's kind of, he's not for me. I don't really care for Jade too much.
Jade needed to brush his hair.
Yeah, it was a little rat. He had a
He's
rat's
a-
nest up top.
Real karate guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
One of the best.
He was
one of the
grody.
most. Harold Diamond is one of the most accomplished American kickboxers ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Donna and Taryn quite a bit. I like when they're on screen, they're silly and they're still feminine, but they're badass at the same time. They're obviously better shots than Rowdy Abilene because the Abilenes can't hit shit with a gun. So if you want something to get done, you got to go to Donna and Taryn.
Yeah.
But they still scream at icky stuff. You know, they aren't Chuck Norris women. They're women who have the skills of Chuck Norris. Does that make any sense?
Well, they didn't masculine him up.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
invincible, and
And
they're
that's
not. Yeah.
what was nice about it.
Yeah.
Donna throughout the series becomes pretty serious business.
Yeah.
Like as you progress in the series, her character gets tougher and tougher. Like by the time she gets to Fit to Kill, she's basically James Bond is a pussy next to her.
Well, maybe it's because she's now had so much experience with all the
Perhaps.
all the snakes. What with the snakes
Well,
and
you know, that's the real-
exploding people.
Oh, come on. She was badass. She had a Chinese star in her cowboy boot.
She did have a Chinese star in her cowboy boot, and it was kind of like a. I think the agency issues those because it was kind of like a badge as well. Like if you become a member of the agency, you get a ninja star that's a badge, so it doubles. Like you can flash it like, hey, I'm a member of the agency. You better let me in here so I can do some agency work. Oh, you don't like it? Shock! And then you're stabbed in the throat with a ninja star badge.
I think that sounds pretty much right.
Yeah.
Because that ninja star is badass when she whips that thing out of her boot and gets that fat guy in the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And then she runs by and grabs it like, I need that.
Yeah. I've only got one of those.
Yeah. This is a collector's edition. Killing star.
The agency makes you buy your own badge, though. That's the kicker. So she can't replace it. It cost her $30.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely have been pulling it out of the fat guy then, too.
Well, the movie starts out outside of the Malibu Express. As you're going through these films, you will all see that they tie together. As Cody also gets mentioned later, but
And at the very beginning, I thought.
yeah, the Malibu Express is back. The ship, the boat, the houseboat that I thought was owned by Cody, but apparently it's just owned by friends of Cody.
The Abilenes.
Yeah, yeah. But Rowdy and Donna are there. They're palling around and having fun, and it takes 1 minute and 30 seconds for her to get her shirt off in this film. Is that faster than Malibu Express?
I can't remember the count.
I think Malibu is about 5 minutes
Is it?
before boobs are on TV.
I thought they just sort of got to it.
Yeah, I think it's about 5 minutes. Which is pretty
Yeah, it's
fast
about-
either way.
Either way.
1 minute and 30 seconds is warp speed to the boobs.
Yeah.
Like, you usually can't get past the credits in 1 minute and 30 seconds. And he saves the credits for later.
Later.
4 lines of dialogue, boobs out.
And you knew that it was also killing him that he couldn't get the snake in the first scene. That he wanted to, but he just couldn't work it in there.
I can introduce
He's like,
boobs.
I could put the snake here
How would I introduce
because
snake?
people really need to remember that there is a snake in this movie.
I think there's a snake in this scene. It's just in somebody's pants.
Oh boy.
Bum, bum.
Trouser snake jokes.
Tube snake.
I really liked how they did the credits in this one again, too.
This is my favorite.
It was really creative. Once again, I actually read the credits because I was like, oh, all right, sweet. Because they
They're-
had them on the little
they're-
boxes and stuff, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
I think
paper
this is-
put on the side of crates.
This was
in the
by
sh-
far the best of all of the credit sequences.
At
I like
Malachi Cargo.
Wait, Malik? What?
Mm-hmm. That's the boxes are being loaded up at Malachi Cargo, which is the cover of Donna and Taryn. Their
It's
cargo
called something else by you calling it Malachi.
Molokai. Mollokai.
Maliki.
Maliki? There's no.
Oh boy.
She even says Malachi Cargo.
No, it's one of the places in Hawaii, and it's not called Maloki or Malachi.
Donna says,
Okay, fine. Well, you call it whatever you call it.
Malachi Cargo is even making a profit. It is their cover, so for them to conduct their agency business, and that's the shipping, or that's the cargo location. They go there and they pick stuff up and they deliver it. Yeah.
Yes.
Molokai. Anyways, so there's also Molokai Sheriff Department, who shows up on the beach one day in their little Zodiac boat to check on some local weed guys. They just go in and say, hey, you know, keeping them in check, not letting them get too fast and loose with the weed delivery, I guess. They're pals, not going to arrest them, but hey, make sure you're not hurting anybody with your weed production.
No, they get a package of weed.
Uh-huh.
They get to give the guys a fine once a year, and then they fuck off.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I'm in retirement. This is my last year doing this. You pay attention. And then he gets blown away.
Yeah, they
1 week from retirement. I thought that was a funny joke.
they've the bad guys have ramped their drug business up a little bit. Now there's guys walking around with Uzis, and there's more guys and more drugs being moved around, and they're like, hey, this is getting too out of hand. We got to go back and
Back to the boat.
so that we can maybe do something, I guess, bring in more guys to
I'm going to
I don't know.
burn one of my questions right
Okay.
here. Because you never really... Did they just bust in and take over somebody else's mom and pop weed organ just because it was like a good area to do it?
That's what I think.
Yeah, I think so too, because they also talk about kilos later in the film, which kilos, when you talk about drugs and kilos, you're usually talking about cocaine or heroin, not necessarily weed. When you're talking about weed,
You
it's
talk about it
usually
in pounds, and I'm not
Yeah,
really sure
so-
why that is.
So maybe it was they took over the weed mom and pop store and switched it to cocaine, and that's not cool. We don't want cocaine here on the island. We got to do something about this. These guys have gone too far. But they get trapped either way. There's a booby trap already set up for them. And they get blown away. Oh no, 2 weeks from retirement.
Shades.
Yeah,
That
Shades.
fucker.
Shades is a real tool.
Shades can fucking zing a disc, though.
Oh yeah, he's a pro.
It
That
was
guy's
so
a
awesome
hot
when he
dog
got
and
it.
son of a bitch. Yeah, you're just fucking jealous that you can't do that shit with a frisbee.
I am so jealous that I can't catch a frisbee, toss it between my leg, and then throw it again. That's like rookie moves in frisbee.
Yeah, you gotta be able to do the Ralph Nader.
What's the Ralph Nader?
The Ralph Nader is where you have to wait until the disc is in the air and you want somebody to throw you a low one, and then you lay on your side and do an arm shelf and catch it. Just relax. Don't even worry about the frisbee, but you still gotta catch it. Just don't care, just like Ralph Nader.
So maybe you guys should do a frisbee catching competition
Oh, I used to play...
and then post it on our website.
There was a time and a place for everything, and it was called college. And since we mentioned the marijuana, in college, I had some. And,
You did the frisbee thing too in college, I bet.
yep. And you
At the same time.
At the same time,
Yeah.
and then you do things like, you don't want to actually organize the game of Frisbee. You want to make it less organized, where you just throw it back and forth and make up names for the way that you're catching it.
One of them was the Ralph
One
Nader.
of them was the Ralph Nader.
I see. All right. Well, back at Molokai Cargo, there is a snake in a crate. Actually, I believe that there's 2 different snakes in crates. And one of them is contaminated with, I've got this written down, with the toxins from cancer-infected rats.
Infested, yeah. Like they infested rats with cancer, and they fed them to this snake, and it's all sorts of fucked up.
It's contaminated.
Yeah, now the snake has cancer and they won't give him any chemo and he hurts like a son of a bitch and he's just out for blood.
Yep.
Or weed. They won't give him any of that good weed.
No,
Because
yeah.
now they've switched to coke. The snake can't smoke the cancer-easing weed anymore.
Yeah.
That's true because the snake is kind of making
That's
his
why
way
it's
to the
so
drug
pissed
dealer's
off.
house.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, I got to get to the weed
And
station.
then he finds out there's no weed. I got to start biting people in the face. I got it all figured out up here. So they mistakenly put the contaminated snake into Donna and Taryn's plane that they're flying someplace because they were. There's the live snakes that they're supposed to drop off at the reserve.
At the bar. Because there's a bar that gets the snake to be on display. So, like,
Edie's?
the only snake in... I don't think it's Edie's. It's somewhere.
Huh.
But it's going to be the only snake in Hawaii, and they're going to have it in a bar.
I know. I failed to remember that there is no snakes on
There's
Hawaii.
no snakes in Ireland either.
Yeah. So they're breaking the rules, getting fast and loose with the snakes here.
There was probably never a snake brought to Hawaii for the making of this film.
No, you never see a real snake.
No,
only see the
it
fake
seems
snake.
like if you're making a movie in Hawaii, you got to fucking put a snake in there, I guess, because what was Snakes on a Plane started in Hawaii.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, ooh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna put the snake in Hawaii. Oh no, no!
But neither of those films have real snakes in it, so I'm guessing that you can't shoot a movie.
No, like if you're like, okay, we're gonna be the people. We're just gonna bring a snake in for the whole thing, and then the representative of Hawaii tells you to go fuck yourself, and then he hang up the phone. And if you try to sneak the snake into Hawaii, they fucking arrest you.
They shoot you
Yeah.
right on the spot, probably.
And then they shove the snake up your ass and ship you back to the mainland.
It's just three-quarters of a snake sticking out of your butt.
And then when you get back there, the FedEx guy goes, I see more dickheads go that way.
You're still going to have to sign for this. So the snake crate gets, the strap around it gets cut, so, oh no.
By the forklift.
Yeah, by the forklift. Oh, I wonder how that's going to go. So they stick the snake in the plane, and the girls are also delivering the snake, plus a couple newlyweds, I guess, to their beach retreat. They're just going to camp out on the beach, these two newlyweds, and take showers and pose for pictures, I guess, is their fun weekend.
I guess. Is it their honeymoon?
They
said
call
that
them
they were-
newlyweds very late in the film, like, oh, we got to go check on the newlyweds.
I thought that my favorite character, who I don't believe has a name, so I just refer to him as Gene, because he looks like a Gene, the glasses guy that runs Malachi.
Oh, yeah, he does look like a Gene. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he calls them honeymooners
Mm-hmm.
at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
Yeah. All right.
but that's, kind of a shitty honeymoon.
Yeah, it's not real exciting, but so they fly the honeymooners there. They drop them off, and oh no, they find out about the Gene finds out about the snake mix-up. He's trying to call him, and he can't get a hold of them because they're out walking. It's not only their job to fly the newlyweds to their own private island, they also must escort them to the beach. So they
Yeah.
have to leave the airplane. Which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. They're
They-
getting paid.
you
They're
know,
making a profit
one of
this
the-
year, so whatever business model they got, I guess it works.
One of the things that I've always found a little strange about it is they had to fly them there, and they fly out of there. I guess they just fly out of there because that's the only way to get the plane out. Because they walk there and drive there
Uh-huh.
at
Yeah.
various points.
They never take a boat there.
They never take a boat anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, either way, there's some evil guy on a yacht, and he's obviously evil because he's dressed like a James Bond villain and has an ascot, so obviously the bad guy. He's got an RC chopper that he flies off to the island where,
That he controls with his cane.
yeah,
Or just the sheer will.
he points
Mind
the cane.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He points the cane at the chopper, and the chopper's so scared that he has to fly where he wants it.
And then that's what almost everybody that works for him thinks.
Mhm.
But there's actually a guy that's running it. He just stands out there. And only like two of the guys that work for him, one being the guy that runs it, and then his right-hand man are like, I don't know why he's going to do that. I don't really get that.
It's all part of the show, man.
Yeah. And then, so that there's rumors that he can remote control helicopters with his mind. And that's something that he wants. He wants people to think he can control remote control helicopters with his mind. Because that's going to help out.
Well, we can never betray this guy. He's got RC chopper mind control
He's got
powers.
some pretty shitty superpowers, but at the same time, I don't have any superpowers, so
I'm not gonna
he's
cross
better
him.
than me. Who am I to say that that's not cool?
Well, it lands on the island right in front of Donna and Taryn, and the little door on the side of it opens up, and there's a couple little packages inside of it. So they're like, what is this? And they grab it. But, oh no, here comes two henchmen to shoot at them. Bad shots. They get Chinese starred, the one guy. The other guy gets nunchuck to the head, throwing your nunchucks.
At no point.
Where was she keeping those nunchucks, too?
Yeah, I don't know. They have utility belts, but I didn't see them on there.
Uh-huh.
She also put the diamonds in the front of her where her bra would be, but she's
She doesn't
definitely
have a
not
bra,
wearing.
yeah.
She's not wearing one. So those were just rattling around loose in the bottom of the shirt.
Well, that's why they lost one.
No, the one just fell in the grass.
Oh.
They showed that. Just fell down in the grass.
Jackie was still staring at chest.
I feel so dirty.
Diamonds and chest. So So it's a whole. I guess they're paying for drugs.
Yes.
The kilos. They got the kilos. Now they need to pay for it, and so they fly the money in on a
With
helicopter.
Hard currency.
Yeah,
Diamonds.
Yeah.
The hardest of currency.
So the girls get away. They fly back to their home. I guess they live there at this like tiki shack thing.
Yeah, that's where they live.
Together.
Yeah.
With a sauna.
With the sauna.
It's got a hot tub.
Yeah. Back at Edie's, or we get introduced to Edie's at this point. Andy makes his cameo, his first cameo. He's not really, he's actually a character in this film.
He's Whitey in the movie.
It's not a cameo role for Andy Sedaris in this one, but, that's when we get the, what would you like? I would like a pair of coffees.
Yes.
As he's staring at some chick's boobs.
Yeah, the waitress's rack.
Yeah.
After just talking to some bimp about, oh no, I love you. You're the one. You're the dream for me.
Yeah.
And then he just gets distracted.
She was like, you almost raped me last night. That was yesterday. Today I love you.
Yeah.
You real sicko. Donna and Taryn are back at the jacuzzi, and that's when they discover that it's diamonds.
They just don't need shirts.
Yeah, they don't need shirts either to discover that they're diamonds. Just having a conversation with the tops off.
Well, I thought they discovered they didn't need shirts. They think they discovered they didn't need shirts a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's prior to any of the diegetic in this film. They had a young age. They realized, we don't need shirts.
So they're like, oh no, we gotta figure this shit out. So their idea is to call Rowdy, because Rowdy apparently is their Sybil Danning from the agency. Like,
Yeah.
he's their contact, their handler, I
guess. Well, he's her handler because Taryn really just works. I think she's in witness protection or something. She doesn't work for the agency.
Donna keeps saying that she's a civilian.
Yes.
So what's she doing there? Does she just work for Molokai Cargo?
I guess.
she was in witness protection because she testified against the mob in L.A. or in Las Vegas.
Yes.
They explained this during the shower scene, but you were distracted by the boobs.
Well, I don't.
They say things when the boobs were there.
Yeah, they do.
Lines. Okay, well there you go. Good job. Nice pickup there, Jag. So Rowdy, meanwhile, back on the Malibu Express, is practicing slap fighting with Jade. It's not really karate.
Dude bro bullshit.
Yeah. They also are practicing not wearing shirts, or at least Jade is.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear shirts through
Practicing how to be bigger douches.
Yeah.
Can't work. I guess you just have to keep practicing so that you can stay the biggest douches.
Their relationship is pretty douchey. But they get the message delivered. The little secret note in the sandwich.
This was awesome.
And question number 2.
Nah.
Why did they burn the sandwich?
Jade's hungry. Why
He's
can't
hungry.
he eat the sandwich?
But apparently he's mentioned sushi. Sushi gets mentioned twice during that sequence.
Yeah, he wants a spring roll.
And he's too good for a sandwich.
Maybe that's what it is. He's watching his figure.
Yeah.
It's one of those karate things.
If it's a message sandwich, it's probably not a very good sandwich.
Yeah, I guess.
But I mean...
They didn't wash their hands before they prepared message sandwich. You know it.
It's true.
They probably went to the bathroom, held their wiener in their hand, didn't wash their hands, came back, made message sandwich.
They didn't even pee. They're like, well, I've taken a shower and I haven't gone to the bathroom since, so I'm just going to go hold my wiener before I make these sandwiches. Because, you know, that's what I'm going to do. I have to soil my hands before I make a sandwich.
Maybe that's why the paper went up so fast.
Because it was
Just
covered
pee.
in ball cheese.
Yes.
The most flammable. You know, if ball cheese was that flammable, we wouldn't be in a gas crisis. I'll tell you that much.
One man on this podcast can cure that problem real fast.
He has the power.
We all have the power. Everybody just takes a putty knife every morning, scrapes their nethers. It's got like the Mr. Fusion on the top of Back to the Future. You just put your from under cheese in it and fucking fly around in your car. Why not?
And you know what? That would give the homeless a job to do, because if you ran out of Famunda on the side of the road, but you were clean, you'd be like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, they
over
wouldn't have
here.
to fucking wash windows. They could just scrape their own balls.
Can you spare some change? Can you spare some cheese balls?
Yeah, dude, give me a scrape and I'll give you $5.
Okay, this is gone.
We're solving the world's problems, Justin, of the economy.
Steering this one back into the right direction here. So, I've got a weird note here.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, yeah.
Hooray!
Okay, so back at Donna and Taryn headquarters, they make sure to mention the Malibu Express
Yes.
and Seven, the other Andy Sedaris movie that is not part of this collection.
Cody
but-
Abilene's a Hollywood star now.
Yeah.
It turns out Cody's gone on to become an actor, and so he will not longer be part of the agency, and that's where he's at. But they don't say what happened to Sybil Danning, why they're not working with Sybil, you know. But I like the self-plug from Andy. Make sure to remember about the Malibu Express if you haven't seen it.
Well, I think at that point when I was talking to Arlene, she said they had to buy that from Playboy. So
The posters?
No, they had to buy the movie from Hugh Hefner.
Oh.
They had to buy him out of it because he didn't want to see women being tough. He just wanted to see him being naked.
So do you suppose that's who owns Seven?
No, that's whoever he made it for first. I mean, he did like there was the other. What was the? Isn't the one before that a horror movie or something?
The Stacy's the only other one. And
yeah,
it's,
those two were just made. He was employed as a director,
I
but
see.
I thought he wrote Seven as well. We'll see.
All right. So these dudes break in, and they're looking for the diamonds.
One of them is definitely a female.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. She's
dude.
definitely female. Is that
tough.
Is that the tough chick from later? In
Yes,
the movie?
yes, that's who that is.
All right.
Who was, I'm thinking, former Miss Atlas or something like that. But this is the part where I don't like, because later on there's going to be a lot of nunchucks showing up. So I'm guessing she brought her own nunchucks. But when you watch it, you feel like she's stolen Taryn's nunchucks
yeah.
and used them against her, which is like that whole thing, loaded gun in the home. You're more likely to be killed by your own gun than be able to use it to protect you. And I guess the same thing goes with nunchucks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dangerous weapons.
And she does not use them in the proper fashion.
No, she holds them together and just punches people.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. So also during this whole fight, there's a tumble between Donna and the dude, and the old snake gets knocked over. Now it's loose.
Yep.
Got to remember that there's a snake in this
There is
movie.
a snake in the movie.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to burn one of my questions so that we
Okay.
can think about this as we progress with the snake. I'm pretty sure his fangs got longer and bigger as the movie was going.
Yeah.
Like they're like, okay, here's the snake. Here's a little bit of a snake fang. And by the end of it, they're like, a snake fang, they take out a piece of your face.
Maybe
Yes.
maybe it's because of the contamination that he's further mutating as time goes on.
So it makes his teeth bigger.
Yeah.
Well, he has a fucking light show that he brings along with him for dramatic effect. Like when he enters the house. Yeah, it's like, woo! He's like the 96 Bulls. They play a little Alan Parsons Project, some smoke, some lights, pops out of the toilet.
Spoiler alert. So as the guys are running away, they get the diamonds. The bad guys do get the diamonds, right? The first batch.
Yes.
Yes.
So
From the freezer.
as they're running away, Donna runs outside and shoots Seth Romero, the main bad guy, right in the face.
Right in the face.
It doesn't seem to really bother him too much.
Like he was, I don't know what he was doing. He was mouth open. And just hanging out, mouth breathing. So he was able to get shot through the cheek without taking any of his teeth out.
Maybe he was the driver.
He was amazed because there was a snake in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was shooting at the snake and he was screaming and he's shooting at the snake and that's what breaks
Yeah.
up the fight.
We gotta get out of here! There's a snake! That's how he delivers his line. What?
Yeah. Huh?
What'd
and
you
then
say,
he gets
bud?
shot in the face.
Yeah, and he gets shot right in the face. So the girls go to visit Edie because they need to find some info about what's going on with these diamonds. They're looking for tips. They got to call Rowdy, get him involved. And Edie's got a mole on her hands working at a restaurant.
Who I forgot when we were watching it again was a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like looking at this lady going, oh my God, that is the manliest looking lady I've ever seen.
Stuart from Malibu Express.
Malibu Express.
Yeah. And I'd forgotten about it. And I was like, oh, that's a really manly, like, was that the nunchuck lady? And
Yes.
then, nope, it's
No.
a dude.
This is the first time of many instances where a lot of times in movie series you'll have different actors play the same character,
Mhm.
whereas the same actors, a lot of times in Sidaris films, will play different characters.
Yes, this is not the same
This
character.
is not the same character.
The man name of this one is Michael.
Michael Michelle is
Michael
who
Michelle.
This character is.
So then when he dresses up as a lady, he's Michelle Michael.
Yeah, sure.
I guess.
Yeah. So the boys are going to show up later. They're gonna come from Malibu down to Hawaii and help out with figuring out what's going on with this diamond business.
Right when they get done hanging out without their shirts on.
Yep.
And they burn a sandwich.
And they already burnt the sandwich. But Michelle overhears all
Burn that
this.
sandwich to the motherfucking ground. So why did they burn the sandwich?
I don't know.
So Michelle's got like a phone tapping device that just you stick it next to the plastic shell of your touch-tone phone.
It's a suction cup.
Yeah, dude, it's a suction cup.
It's a suction cup with some speaker wire attached to it,
It's awesome.
but it works. You know,
Which makes no sense because from my limited understanding of how old phones work, touch-tone phones, the only thing inside of that, the dialer piece, is the dialer itself and the ringing bell
yeah,
for the phone. All of the speakers are up in the headset.
Yep, they're up in the headset.
So if she was to get a call while she was trying to listen in, would it make her deaf in
Yes,
that ear?
she would not be able to hear shit either way. The only thing
Well,
she would
they're
be able
not
to hear
even-
is, the
She's
bell!
not even listening. She just puts that on the phone, and then it goes down the speaker wire and ends up at Seth's.
No, she's got the earpiece that she keeps touching. She
Oh.
hears it all.
I thought that she was just broadcasting it directly to Seth.
Like Morse code style?
No, like she hooks it up, and then on the other end of that is Seth.
Huh.
That's what I got. Apparently, that's
the
not
whole
the case.
party line then.
Yes,
Everybody knows what's going on with Taryn and Donna.
and the people that live down the street.
Yeah.
They're like, looks like those spies are fucking with our phone again.
And they got their shirts off.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a hard ticket to Hawaii.
Yes.
So Taryn knows a sportscaster who's there, Jimmy John Jackson. Thought it was interesting that his name was Jimmy John,
Yeah.
which right now sounds really delicious. He's a total tool.
You're welcome, Jimmy Johns. That was free advertising.
Yeah. Now give me a sandwich. So they go out
Just
for
you?
some...
Wait a second. There's 3 of us on this
Hey,
podcast.
man, I'm the one that plugged it. I should
I
be
love
rewarded.
Jimmy John's.
No, and you
Oh,
get
for the
one too.
love.
So does Sam. We
Yeah,
all want
love
free
it. Now we have
sandwiches.
to keep doing a podcast. We're not even getting paid. Come on now.
If we were living in an Andy Sedaris movie right now, 3 sandwiches would just come out of the ceiling.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. So they go out for some beach fun, Taryn and the sportscaster guy, Jimmy John. So now we know that she's got a love interest too, which is not Jade. Because it seems like usually in these films,
You pair up.
you pair up, but her love interest is Jimmy John.
Yeah.
They
the
get their
first
boobs
civilian
out.
she met when she got to the island.
Yeah. They roll around in the sand a little bit. It's just a,
She smashes her boobs up against
yeah,
him.
it's pretty much just an excuse to get Terrence's shirt off again.
Yep. It's hard
What?
to keep that thing on.
So the boys, Rowdy and Jade show up the next day.
Yes.
And they don't fly into where they need to go. They fly to the island, then they get a Jeep, and then they drive to where they're
they
going.
fly to the airport.
Yeah.
And then they have to drive, so Edie leaves them a Jeep.
Yeah. Which also is packed full of fun business. They're toys, which is basically just guns and rocket launcher.
Yes. There's quite a bit of stuff in there.
We come to my favorite part of the movie. My personal favorite part of the movie. The end's pretty hard to argue with as well, but there's some guy skating down the road on his hands,
Yep.
doing a handstand.
This was crazy.
It is out of nowhere. Like, if this even if this didn't go where it goes, just the fact that there's some guy skating down the road while doing a handstand in this film is like, wait, what? Where? What? Who's this guy?
I was just like, he's gonna wipe out. No, he didn't wipe out. What the hell?
And he's going down a pretty steep
He's going down
hill.
a pretty steep hill for a long time
Yeah.
in one shot. I think this guy is one hell of a skateboarder.
oh, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, he's a wide world of sports guy for sure.
Mm.
And I'm really hoping that they just found him, like when they were there shooting the movie.
No,
they're
they
like,
knew
Dude.
him before. I asked about that. during the
Oh,
interview. That he was from the wide world of sports.
damn.
can't
Well,
remember his
it was
name.
cool.
Well, either way, I'm pretty sure Andy was just like, I want to use this guy for something. This is what's going to
Yeah, he
happen.
wrote him in.
So
Took him there.
the skateboarder guy skates down the road and he meets up with the fat guy and is like, hey, did you see those guys? Yeah, let's get them. So he hands the skateboarder guy some wonky gun and a blow-up doll, which, again, Wait, blow up doll?
That's
What
the joke.
fuck? This shit's getting crazy.
Yeah.
So the skateboarder guy, they drive past Rowdy and Jade real fast, and the skateboarder guy gets out and comes back at him. But this time he's, I think, using the blow up doll so that they don't see the gun, so that he can skate up close to him and shoot at him.
Well, really the blow up doll is for the joke.
Right.
The blow up
Yeah.
doll.
Yeah.
But you got to get him there.
Yeah.
You got to get it there, and that's how you got it there.
So he misses, or he shoots, but he doesn't really get them. He just kind of wings Jade a little bit. He's okay. So they slam it in reverse, back over the skateboarder, who then flies 50 feet up in the air. They get the bazooka out, blow him up, blow up the blow-up doll.
Blow up doll.
It was awesome.
It is spectacular.
Yes.
I lost my shit the first time I saw that sequence. I was like, that is so fucking crazy. And they're good explosions, too.
Yeah, those were good explosions.
So that guy's dead.
What? He didn't make it?
No. No, he got exploded to bits. But his skateboard makes it. So, the newlyweds, back with the newlyweds, the honeymooners.
They're having a good time, I guess.
She's posing stupidly.
She's not doing a good job. This was a surprise
So
to me
hot.
because I expected the top to come off, and it didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. I was
Me
surprised by that,
too.
Especially because she's busty.
She's very chesty.
Yeah, it's it's not going to come off. It's usually because the boobs are too small. But this one's like, whoa,
no.
you're playmate.
But it's probably because you have to keep in mind there is a snake
Oh,
in this movie.
there's a snake in this movie,
And
you
maybe
you don't want to
she
get
would
distracted by the boobs.
Yeah.
If you'd seen the boobs, you would have been like, wait, what just happened? And Jackie would have had to been like, there's a snake in the movie. Oh, right. Well, the snake jumps out of the woods, bites the husband right in the face. He's dead. They've been evil snaked. I've got a note here. Several boobs later.
Yes.
This is just a sequence of boobs here for a little bit.
Is this where Edie's like, I'll come get you from wherever you're at. Stay where you're at the hospital. That's right.
Yep.
I'll come get you.
And then the other
right after I go over here and take my shirt off.
the pool lady comes in and sees Michelle, and she gets her huge boobs out. And just has to talk about boobs
Just to talk
Michelle.
about them.
Yeah.
Like, look at these
You
things.
got to get some boobs. If you're going to be a hot lady, you got to get huge boobs.
Yep.
She's like, you gotta keep it perky.
Michelle's like, thanks for the tip. I'm a dude. Dumb shit.
But he's wearing lady underwears.
Yeah.
Well, you got to, just march halfway, right? All right.
All right, okay, we'll just leave it at that.
Yep, so Michelle's man, we get that discovered right after that, because she gets her underwear out, and Edie gets nabbed. Oh, no.
Kidnapped.
Yeah, in a van.
Abducted.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Donna and Taryn are spying on Seth Romero, and Edie gets flown in on a chopper, so now they know that she's been kidnapped. We gotta spring Evie now! So now they can finally go into action, really. Like, I think the movie has started.
Yes.
Finally.
Well, it started with the honeymooning couple getting eaten by the snake.
It started when they showed that snake.
Yeah, when they showed the snake.
That's when the movie
That's
started.
what the movie's actually about.
The movie's about the snake.
This is the journey that the snake goes on himself.
Character development.
Yeah.
The snake takes a short journey to
Everything
get
else
blown up.
is just boobs around snake.
Yeah. This movie, Snake, with a heavy garnish of boobs.
And some guns.
Yeah.
So the girls find a phone at a sumo wrestling house.
Practice doing some sumo.
Yeah, pretty weird. Then they go and they realize they got to go pick up the honeymooners, I guess, because they're, oh yeah, shit, we got to go get those guys. They have no reason to like suddenly think about the honeymooners. I don't know why they choose to just suddenly.
We should see how they're doing.
Yeah.
There's a snake in the movie.
Yeah, there's a snake in the movie. They find the bodies. They're icky.
Yep.
They're dead. The honeymooners, both of them.
Didn't make it.
Yeah, the lady didn't make it. I remember the first time I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, she didn't get her boobs out in that sequence. Maybe she makes it, and maybe she'll get her boobs out later. And then she's dead and icky looking, and I was pretty sad.
Yeah. Like he was like, oh, I didn't get to see
There's
every
a
boob.
chance. Oh, there's no chance.
Well, don't forget, though, that they find the honeymooners camera,
Uh-huh.
and inside the camera is a stuck Polaroid of the snake.
Yep.
It's like the snake
Telling
was
them.
posing, like,
Yeah.
okay, take my picture. And then it's like, now I'm going to kill you.
We
snake.
know that there's a snake in the movie.
Yes.
Now Donna and Tyrion know that there's a snake in the movie.
Even though the snake used to be in their plane.
Yeah. Oh shit, that snake's still out.
Yeah. Hey, remember there's a snake in this movie? Yeah. It's dangerous.
So the snake makes its way into the sewer thing, as you mentioned earlier, which I don't know what that thing is. Why?
It's a trash can.
It's a trash can lid over like a tube, but
hole in
it's
the ground.
supposed to be the sewer.
In Hawaii,
It's the septic tank.
on an island.
It's where the snake goes in to get into the poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it does.
All right. Well, it crawls into the sewer dingy, the septic tank. Romero's interrogating Edie, and that's when we get the buff lady again with the nunchucks sequence.
That was weird. She had that black diamond on her head,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
like right in between her forehead, but then her eyes are kind of offset, so it didn't really match up right. And you were like, I don't know, maybe that shouldn't be there.
It comes
She's-
out of nowhere.
Dude, but she's flexing, she's posing, she's
strong.
like,
she's
yeah,
a buff lady.
I'm somebody.
But she's not like one of those icky buff ladies that have all the veins and
No.
the
Current,
like chesticles and things like that.
the same person who would win a contemporary version of the same contest winner, basically. Like
Mhm.
the current Miss Atlas makes Arnold Schwarzenegger look small, and she's covered in veins. And
Right.
That's gross.
This is a woman
roided
who
out.
happens to be buff.
Yeah, the steroids is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a problem with this buff lady. Usually I have problems with buff ladies. I think she's kind of pretty. Not like super whatever. Jackie just gave me the eyeball.
Just so.
I was trying to think about whether or not we saw her boobs in this movie.
No,
and I
we
don't
did
think
not.
we get to see
No,
them.
You do not.
No.
I
Well-
was giving you the stink eye.
Back at base camp, Rowdy and Donna aren't too busy trying to solve the crime to have a little bone time. And
Nope.
it's weird. This
You
is
don't
a
know what
weird
he's
bone
doing.
thing.
I think that she's doing some prostate milking.
Sure,
And he
nothing
loves
lines
it.
up. Their bodies are not in places where
Sex would happen.
pointy parts could go into mushy parts. And, maybe it's that whole armpit thing that we were talking about yesterday. Maybe he's getting an armpit job.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that she's.
What? That's a thing?
Yeah, we made it up.
That's gross.
It now is.
Well, it's been a thing,
We've
but-
gifted it to the internet. Now people are
Yeah,
going to be
people
all
like-
over. There's going to be armpit porn now.
Yeah, you just gotta squeeze as hard as you can. It's perfect. There's nothing sweeter than having sex with a sweaty armpit. Once you do it, you can't go back.
Especially if it's got a little stubble on it.
Yeah.
A little friction.
Razor burn on your dong.
Well, she's not moving either. This is just so weirdly shot. So she's not given a BJ because she's not moving.
No, I'm pretty sure she's got
I
two
think
fingers
she's-
inside of his butt.
I think she is, I think you're right about this. This is
She's-
the only way because he's having a great time. He's like, whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Tyrion and Jade are like, whoa.
He sounds like Frank Drebin at the sperm bank.
Yeah. Shit flying all over the room. But then there's weird innuendo later after they come out about lunch. And I think it's implying that he got a box lunch. I think.
I didn't get
What?
it.
We all looked at each other when they were like slinging lines, innuendo lines, and we were all like, can you guys make sense of what they
he
just
said.
said?
Yeah, he was eating some carpet, I guess.
Yeah.
We stopped for lunch.
Yeah, we stopped for lunch. Then you got to finish it with boxed lunch.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, he doesn't. So now it's time to lock and load. They're ready for action now that they've boned down. So they get their guns out and they're, take a look at them out of the briefcase, make sure everything's good to go. Well, Rowdy's got a razor blade frisbee.
This thing is awesome.
Yeah, because he knows that Blades,
Yeah,
or
because they
Shades
showed the tape.
plays frisbee.
Yeah.
From the earlier spying.
Yes.
He's a gun-wielding, Uzi-wielding frisbee champion.
Yes.
And he likes to play frisbee with Colleen, who's just some beach bimbo.
Yep.
Yeah. So the plan is to go in through that. This is the dumbest plan. So Shades protects Seth's house from the beach incursion point.
Yes.
But they fly in. They could just fly past Shades. They don't need to take out Shades.
Yeah, well, you gotta take him out sometime, right?
Guess.
And this is the best way to do it, since you already have a razor blade frisbee. How many times how many times is life gonna just, plop a little situation like this on you? You gotta do what you gotta do.
So Rowdy goes in and runs along the beach with Colleen. She's on her way she's got the frisbee. She's gonna go play frisbee with Shades and his gun. And Shades is like, "Hey man, get out of here. You can't be here, Dad." And Rowdy's like, "I'm just here to play some disc." And Colleen's like, "Don't worry, he's cool.
She's like, he's just a thrower.
He's a thrower. He's gonna play with you."
It. And then, like, when she
Check
says that, it's like, "Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, let's do this." Because no matter what are responsibilities I have in life, and I'm a killer, gotta love me some disc.
Frisbee comes first.
Frisbee's first.
So
With Shades.
he's tossing it around. Colleen takes off. I love this line. She's just like, "See ya."
No, he tells her to leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get out of here, whatever. "Hey, Colleen, you got a great ass."
Hey, thanks, guy.
Hey, thanks, guy. She's like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah. Thanks, guy. And by the way, that's my fucking frisbee.
Yeah.
Those aren't free.
You don't need any more frisbees, Rowdy, because you've got a duffel bag
Full of 'em.
He threw that pink frisbee into the ocean like a dick.
That's a dick move, man. Colleen's gonna have to go get that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, wow, what a real asshole. Get out of here. And then he throws the frisbee into the ocean.
Hey, like your ass on the way out. Hate seeing you go, but love watching you leave. Well, Shades isn't getting that frisbee, because Shades gets a frisbee of his own. It's a razor blade frisbee straight through his fingers into his neck.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was awesome. It's a good shot. It's good cheesy effects. I like
Glory.
it. So Shades is dead. Now they can get in. The beach is clear. Donna flies in an ultralight. The other guys take the Jeep.
Yep.
A new Jeep, a black Jeep, whatever. It's
one of
Invasion
the
Romero house time.
Molokai delivery
Jeeps.
Jeeps.
And Donna throws in some grenades, some noise grenades.
The noise grenades.
To bring the people that are inside the house outside of the house so they can shoot them down.
Those just
Flushing
seem
them.
like grenades.
They're whatever.
They explode.
Yeah.
Shrapnel everywhere. Noisy. We come to my second favorite part of the film, the Abilene shootout.
Yes, it's fun. He doesn't hit anything except glasses. The wine glasses are all gone.
Yeah, he shoots 6 times, misses each time.
He hits all the glasses.
All of the wine glasses.
All of the wine glasses get shot.
6 of them out there.
This is also
wine glasses.
another point in the series where you're hit with some something that it happens here that happens a lot afterwards, but didn't happen so much in Malibu Express. Is the Andy Sidaris is the king of multiplying props.
Oh yeah,
because they're shooting at each other with the same gun.
Yeah, that's cool. Didn't notice that. So Taryn blows Michelle away. Uzi's Michelle. She gets blown up real nice. Jade fights a guy, pulls out some claws, straps on his. They're like, are those called something?
I don't know, but
They're like
no,
claws
there's
that
just
you put on your hand.
Yeah,
on the palms of your hand.
I think they're actually from climbing trees. They're not even for fighting.
Oh yeah, they loggers use those when they scale up trees.
Use spikes on their boots.
Yeah, and
I
those.
thought that those were for ninjas climbing trees.
Maybe they're for everybody. Maybe they're just for climbing. But either way,
they're always dumb when they're on screen.
yeah. And then you die. Kills him. That's what he says.
Well, he says life's a bitch and then you die.
Then they fight.
Then they fight and then he says, and then you die. Again, to reiterate to the dead person, in case he didn't get that phrase all the way before he died, because he's dead.
Quite dead.
Quite dead.
Got clawed. Rowdy can shoot a man. He can shoot a guy with a gun. He just requires a bazooka.
Yeah, he can hit whatever with a bazooka.
Yeah. Guy gets real exploded. Rosie and the fat guy. I don't know who this Rosie person is, because she just comes out of nowhere. She's just a blonde lady in a tiny skirt.
She's the buff lady.
She's the buff lady.
No, it's a different lady. The
No.
buff lady has dark hair. Rosie's
No, it's
got
the
blonde
same.
hair.
It's the same. It's the buff lady has blonde hair.
Yeah, dude.
There's only there's not new characters that can't be accounted for in this film. There's only so many actors. It's the same lady. And the dude that trips over the sewer septic tank, he is in that sequence too.
Yeah.
Seth only has so many people working for me as Shades, the fat guy, the buff lady, the dude from the beginning,
The brown-haired guy.
The brown-haired guy that looks kind of like what's his name? David Arquette.
I can't prove it either way. So either way, they get in the chopper. They bazooka the chopper. There's an exploding chopper in this film. So it's sneaker staple, one of my favorites. They steal a van and they take off. They remember
the Jeep gets shot up.
Yeah.
So they steal the van, which I guess already has a motorcycle in the back of it.
Yeah, I don't know. But they remember about Seth. Oh shit, we didn't kill the bad guy. Gotta go back. Well, Seth has Donna has flown back to the house, and Seth is now broken in to attack her.
She's just getting ready for a bath.
Yeah, she's cleaning up, and he's got a knife. She's got Donna skills.
Yep.
She harpoons him first. Guy's in the closet where her harpoon
She
gun
beats
is.
him up a little bit, harpoons him. Then she beats him up a little bit, stabs him with his own knife. Then she beats him
right
up
in
a
the
little
tummy.
bit.
Yeah.
Then she leaves him there. He doesn't die. He's just like, man, I've been beat up.
Shot in the face. Don't forget about shot in the face.
Shot in the face, beat up, stabbed,
harpooned,
beat up, harpooned, beat up, stabbed.
Man, I'm having a bad day.
And I'm laying here.
We go to my third favorite part in the movie, which is Donna cooling off in the bathroom. Oh, thank God it's all over. She's patting herself and tossing toilet paper in the toilet. Oh no! Exploding toilet, there's a snake in there!
96 bulls. Oh wait, it's a snake.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming. I knew the snake was going to come out.
Have to go someplace.
It had to go somewhere. But when that came out of the toilet the first time I saw this, I was like, wow. Well, yeah. All right. I accept.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Well, Seth is still alive. He goes in the bathroom. I don't know why he goes in the bathroom. I guess he thinks Donna's in there.
She jumps and hides behind her bed because he didn't see her.
Uh-huh.
So he thinks she's still in the bathroom, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna, one of these situations is gonna get resolved when these two fellas meet each other.
Yeah, but the snake like bites him in the face, right? And then the snake kind of backs away from the camera, and he's got a big chunk of human meat stuck behind one fang.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he got some.
And then the guy dies from the snake bite. Seth
Finally.
does.
Yeah. Donna, after all the damage Donna did, she did not kill him. The snake did.
And Seth's tombstone reads, he died like he lived, getting beat up, stabbed,
Harpooned.
beat up, harpooned, beat up, stabbed,
Shot in the face.
shot in the face, beat up, and bit by a snake.
Right. Hurrah! Well, Donna shoots
that was
shoots
one
the snake
tough
right in
son
the
of a
face. She's got her gun and shoots the snake right in the face twice.
Doesn't seem to care.
Doesn't see, even though it's getting chunks of its face blown off. It's still evil, contaminated snake. Rowdy busts through the wall on his motorcycle. My fourth favorite part of the movie. Bazookas the snake
Yep.
right in the face.
Shoots it in the face with a bazooka at close range.
Very small explosion.
Very small. He's like
He's like Hawkeye. He's
I think
got
Rowdy
different
is
bazookas.
is like Hawkeye because it's the only weapon he can use. He has varying degrees of explosions and different jobbed rockets so that he can, do whatever he needs to with the one weapon.
Just when you thought it was safe to take a pee.
That was such a great line.
I never laughed at that until this, like, the fifth time I've seen it, it finally got me, and that was so dumb that I laughed.
Awful line.
I laughed for about a minute and a half this time over
Awfully
that.
delivered.
He doesn't deliver it well at all.
Just when you thought it was safe to take a pee.
You're like, what?
He doesn't know that the toilet came out of the toilet, or the toilet came out of the snake came out of the toilet.
No, he did. Because she's like, where'd that come from? And she's like, would you believe the toilet?
Oh yeah, that's right. Just when you thought it was safe to take a pee. Well, the gang rides up in a limo to Chang's. Donna and Rowdy go up to the top floor to confront him. They beat the shit out of his bodyguard. He then has a katana that he doesn't wield like a katana.
No.
He tosses it at them
He
like a
throws it
football.
like a dart. Like it's a spear.
And they've got guns. That's not going to work out for you, buddy.
Yeah.
And what does Rowdy say? He's like, you should not have brought a sword to a gunfight.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, nice.
Just chop them. Just whack them with your sword. All the hands are gone. Now they don't have guns or hands.
In close quarters, a katana will trump a gun any day of the week.
Any day of the week, unless you throw it like a football.
Yes.
That is not what that is intended for.
He's like, these are obviously for show. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Well, Donna shoots him with a big gun. He goes out the window, flies 30 stories, splats on the ground.
In the building, I think he just has space up there, right?
Mhm.
To say the penthouse at the top.
Sure, right.
I think that that's just a normal commercial building. I think that they killed a man who fell 30 stories, and there's like an insurance agent in there, and a couple of there's a real estate on the third floor, and all those people had to see that.
Yeah, they're all traumatized.
Yeah.
Well, they don't care. They go and have some drinks on the Malibu Express. The old Denimois. Got to wrap this thing up on the Malibu.
I love it.
Okay.
All right.
There's champagne. The sun is setting in the background. They've got the other thing of stolen diamonds.
Here's to a good job done. Clink. Movie over. And we get boob recap credits.
Boob recap credits, yes.
Yeah.
I remember what makes me feel this more as a trilogy inside the series, and it all revolves around Taryn.
Mm-hmm.
Because of her character, there's always treasure. Taryn always ends up with the treasure. That's like it every time. And that's so that it's almost like, they're agents, but there's like an adventure, high adventure, because there's treasure involved.
Well, you're going to have to table that for when we continue the series, and we'll recap all of that.
Yeah.
Give me your questions.
What happened to Colleen?
Ooh, what did happen to Colleen?
Did she drown trying to get her own frisbee?
Yeah. Yeah.
That will be revealed in the trailer as she got eaten by a shark.
Or
Yeah.
Did the snake get her?
The snake could have got her.
I think if the snake got her, we would have found out about it. I think that because of how certain he was to keep us informed on the fact that there was a snake in the movie, I don't think that there was a lot that snake did that we didn't see.
Well, that leads me to my question. Does the snake contribute anything to the plot of this movie?
Yes.
What?
There is a definite danger element that at any moment a snake could bust through your fucking toilet and kill you.
I guess that, yeah, it does because it kills Seth. That's the thing that kills Seth, but that's the only thing it has to do with anything about the
in
diamond
movie,
business.
No.
Because the only other people that the snake kills are the honeymooners, who have nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he came out of a toilet.
He
I mean,
does come
come
out of
on,
a
it was
toilet.
awesome.
Well, it's just really confusing. The ending is like, Seth's the bad guy. No, the snake's the bad
snake
guy.
is the bad guy.
No, wait, there was actually a real bad guy, and he's the bad guy.
And he's just up at the top of a building
Yeah.
hanging out. Yeah, Chang has never done anything to wrong anybody in this. All he did was fly some diamonds in on
Yeah.
a chopper, and they go up there and they shoot him out of a window.
Yep.
Eh. Whatever. Jackie.
When he was falling, he actually says, "The irony was that it was my snake."
Okay,
Jackie, what's
so
your question?
I only have one question. And who does the belly shirt the best? The Boz or the chicks from Hard Ticket to Hawaii?
Well, gee, I can't imagine what
Or
I'm
is there
gonna pick.
I would say that I would put it against Cynthia Brimhall being the chief of the belly shirters. So with Boz versus Brimhall,
Who's Cynthia Brimhall?
the red Edie.
Oh, Edie. Yeah. Yeah, that tube top. It's not even a tube top. It's a fluff top. or
It's a
whatever.
boob cover.
It's a boob cover.
It's a boob cover.
Yeah. Yeah. I like I like Taryn and Donna's outfits because they're
Those
not.
aren't belly though. It's a belly shirt.
I thought they were because they're
No, they tucked into the pants.
Oh, the pants. Yeah, it
Their
is a
butts do
onesie.
hang out pretty
their
good.
butts hang out. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to give it to Edie as well then.
All right then.
Sam.
I just wanted to know what happened to Colleen.
Oh, okay. What do you think the agency charges to fly people around?
$25 a passenger.
Charges? Who do they charge? It's us, the U.S. taxpayer.
Well, no, I'm sure those newlyweds had to pay something.
Oh, Molokai
Cargo.
cargo?
Yeah, but it's the agency's airplane. So,
$25.
Not really. I thought that they were making money.
they were making money.
It's its own company. They got to charge people.
But it's a cover for the agency.
I bet that was probably like an $85 plane ride
Yeah.
per seat.
Yeah, flying snakes and people around. Good use of our time. I've got 2 more questions.
Okay.
How much did the Malibu Express cost, do you think? Not the movie, the boat.
That boat?
Yes. And when it was new,
In like 1970 something?
yes, how much do you think that boat cost? Because I love the Malibu Express. I want to own it.
I bet new it was like $50,000, which is like $500,000 now. I think a boat of that size now new is like a $500,000 boat.
That's why I was thinking 300, but 5 may be accurate as well.
Boats are really expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
nice
what I
boats.
thought too.
This
Like
is-
at
it's
least
a
a
nice
couple
boat.
$100,000.
I love that goddamn boat. I would like to go to
You
that.
know, a lot of recreational vehicle with the Great Recession or whatever, because a lot of those people knew, and so rather than make less, they never made too many of them, but recreational stuff, the price shot up during the downturn in the economy, and the price has not come back down on that stuff.
No, it hasn't. My fourth and final question. What the hell is the hard ticket to Hawaii? Why is this film called Hard Ticket to Hawaii? Other than it just sounds cool.
It's a hard ticket to Hawaii.
Yeah, well, what's the hard ticket?
Because she got a free ticket because she testified against the mob, and her hard ticket to Hawaii is that she actually has to be an agency worker without any of the benefits. So if she gets killed in the line of duty, fuck it, you're in witness protection.
So then
she does have diamonds, so it's worked out for Taryn.
So you're absolutely 100% correct about this film being about Taryn, because the title is about her.
Yes.
Ah, interesting. The main character. I like it. Recommendations? I think this one's obvious.
Oh, this is a major do.
Total do for me.
Absolutely.
There's your show. We'll be back next week with Jackie's pick. I'm sure you don't have a clue on what that's going to be at this time, but
I think we're doing Dance to the Music.
Oh God.
Dance to the Music? What is that?
Yeah.
Dance to the
That's a
music.
song.
It's a song,
that's
yeah.
a song. This is a
I saw it on
podcast about a
Netflix.
movie.
Oh, good.
You're not talking about the Xanadu Trumper with the Village People movie, are you? Can't Stop the Music?
Can't stop the music. That's what it is.
That won the Razzie that year. That's going to be a chore.
Well,
Yeah, I'm all
what we
excited.
do
It's
here.
summertime time for a musical.
All right. Well, in the meantime, get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Unless there's a snake in it. Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.